Hello everybody. I hope you guys had fun with the summer videos, but now it's back to business and back to fractions. Yay! This is going to be our flipped classroom for multiplying and dividing fractions and mixed numbers. So this should be kind of a review from last year, except we are adding some positives and negatives now. Aren't you excited? Okay, so multiplying fractions and mixed numbers. These are just the simple rules, like I said, should be a review from last year. Changed all mixed numbers to improper fractions for both multiplying and dividing. Cross-simplify or pre-simplify if possible, if you remember that. If you don't, ask your teacher, whether it's me or Miss Ryan, or you guys can just go ahead and multiply the numerators and then multiply the denominators, but then you are going to have more simplifying to do if you did not pre-simplify or cross-simplify. And then determine if your answer is positive or negative by using SPAN. Same signs positive, opposite signs negative. So here is our first example, and I want you to do this with me. So grab a sheet of paper somewhere, post it something, and write this down, and let's solve it together. You can pause the video, by the way. So we have negative 2/3 times negative 4. So I'm going to kind of leave my signs out right now. I already know that I have two negatives, so they're the same signs. My answer is going to be positive, but I'm going to leave that till the end. I'm just going to focus on my fractions. I have 2/3 here, and I need to multiply that by negative 4. And 4 is the same thing as 4 over 1. Okay? And if you really like, I know some of my students will like those signs there. You can add them in, or you could keep them out and just put it in your answer. We're going to simply multiply right across because I can't do any pre-simplifying here. So you can do negative 2 times negative 4 and get your answer of 8. Or you could just do 2 times 4 is 8. And 3 times 1 is 3. Okay, you can leave it like that, or you can realize that 3 goes into 8 2 whole times. That makes 6 and 2/3 left over. And we already decided that our answer is positive because we have the same signs. So either or 8/3 or 2 2/3 works. Okay, so now when multiplying mixed numbers, we have to change them to improper fractions first. So I call it get mad. You multiply and you add, and then you don't forget the denominator. So 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1, 13, and don't forget that denominator. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing here in 2 2/3, negative 2 2/3. You're going to multiply. 3 times 2 is 6, add, plus 2 is 8, and don't forget your denominator. 8 over 3, also negative. Okay, so in this one, I'm going to show you how to pre-simplify. Because 4 and 8 are diagonally across from each other, and they are both divisible by 4, I can divide them both by 4. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and negative 8 divided by 4, or 8 divided by 4 is 2, and just remember you have that negative out front. So now negative 13 times negative 2, we get positive 26, or you could kind of ignore those signs and just realize that you had two negative fractions being multiplied together, same signs, positive. And 3, so that works, or we can notice that 3, this is an improper fraction if you'd like to change it to mixed numbers. 3 goes into 26, 8 whole times. That makes 24, and then 2/3 left over. Okay, either of these work. Okay, so now dividing with fractions and mixed numbers. Kind of the same thing. Dividing actually is the same thing as multiplying by the reciprocal. We keep the first fraction the same, we change the division sign to multiplication, and we flip the second fraction. So you must change your mixed numbers to impropers. You change your division sign to multiplication, and you flip your second fraction, and then the rest is exactly the same. Okay? So when dividing these, they're not mixed numbers, so we don't have to do anything right now. We don't have to change anything to improper, so we're just simply going to keep the first one, -3/4, change the division to multiplication, and flip the second one. I am going to check for for numbers that I can cross simplify, and I see that I have a 3 and a 6, so I could divide them both by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 6 divided by 3 is 2. That just makes it easier for me to simplify at the end. Okay, -1 times 7, -7, or you could simply ignore your signs and realize that you have a negative divided by a positive to begin with, or a negative multiplied by a positive, and different signs, opposite signs, negative. And then 4 times 2 is 8, and that is our answer. It's nice and perfect. We can't simplify anything else. Okay, and last one. When dividing mixed numbers, please make sure to change them to improper fractions first. Okay, you have to get mad. Multiply. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 1 is 11. Don't forget that denominator. If you'd like to bring your sign over, that's fine. Okay, now I am going to change the second fraction first to an improper, and then we'll flip our sign, change our sign and flip our second fraction. So 7 times 4, we get 28, plus 5, we get 33 over 7. Don't forget that denominator. Now we have this -11/5 divided by -33/7. Right away we know our answer is going to be positive. And you guys can keep the first one, change this to multiplication, and flip the second one. You can keep the negative up top. I like to always keep it on the top. Okay, so 11 and 33, common factors. 11, well, nope, 11 divided by 11 is not 11, it's 1. And 33 divided by 11 is 3. So we have -1 times -7. That is +7, and 5 times 3 is 15. And like we said, our answer is positive. Okay, hope you enjoy. See you tomorrow. Bye.